Hey guys, Hitman89 here, I hope you're doing great, and today I'm gonna show you the best MMORPGs that are still worth playing in 2023. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, and if you find this video useful, a thumbs up would be heavily appreciated. Now without further ado, let's take a look at the first game. When Final Fantasy XIV first came out, it failed miserably, but a few years later, it basically had a rebirth, and since then, it's been one of the most played MMORPGs to this day. A couple of months ago, Final Fantasy XIV had a major update, so I recently played it on PC and also on PS5. It's got a unique job system, crafting is fun, and you can switch classes just by switching your weapon. So you can literally play all classes with one character. So go for it. The second game on my list is for those of you who want something similar to Skyrim. The Elder Scrolls Online is basically just that, except it's got shitty physics, worse combat, story, and quests. It's also way too easy. So if that sounds like something you're into, you'll love ESO. All jokes aside now, the graphics are decent for an MMO, and on console, there's a proximity chat feature that, as the name suggests, allows you to talk to nearby players via voice chat. Plus, if you're new to the genre, Elder Scrolls Online could be perfect for you. By the way, I didn't forget about the broke motherfuckers out there who can't buy games and have a super old PC. If you like MMORPGs that look like they came out 25 years ago and you enjoy grinding every day, then old school RuneScape is exactly what you need. At least it's also available on mobile and, like I said, it's free. No, but for having played it myself a couple of days ago, I can see why a lot of people still like it. Speaking of people, joining a clan and socializing will make the grind much more bearable. Now before we move on to the next game, I want to thank PlayerAuctions.com for sponsoring this video. In case you guys didn't know, PlayerAuctions is filled with independent sellers offering all kinds of in-game items, level and services, and even ready-to-use accounts full of valuable stuff. PlayerAuctions has a marketplace for over 250 games, including old school RuneScape, for which they have gold that's available from a huge variety of sellers, with all kinds of price ranges to choose from. So click the link in the description and get everything you need. Now let's take a look at the fourth game. Lost Ark has 6 core classes that can evolve into advanced classes later on. It plays like Diablo and the combat feels good. On the other hand, the first 50 levels or so have terrible quests and pretty much no variety. It gets a hell of a lot better after that though, but I'm sure most people would get bored and quit way before they reach the epic part. Oh, and if the game isn't available in your region, just use a VPN like I did. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. I think most people would agree that Black Desert Online is one of the best looking MMORPGs out there. On PC though, yeah, cause on console, it looks like shit. Also, I felt like the UI was horrible and confusing for no reason at all. I played Black Desert Online on Series X via Game Pass, and I had fun. Keep in mind there's a 14-day free trial, so you can play the game for yourself and see if you like it. Anyway, the next game on my list is none other than World of Warcraft. I remember playing WoW on my very first computer back in 2005. It was during the summer vacation and I spent it playing WoW and listening to music almost 24/7. And when I wasn't getting some sleep, eating or playing, I would watch my brother play cause we only had one computer and we were taking turns leveling our characters. Needless to say, I didn't get any pussy that summer, or the following one for that matter. But hey, WoW is awesome, so it was worth it. Next we have pretty much the same game but in the Lord of the Rings universe. Well, kinda. The Lord of the Rings Online has a massive world that's fun to explore, but if you'd rather have a house, decorate it, and never leave it, you can do that too. By the way, I didn't even know this game went free to play. Good thing more and more MMOs are dropping that subscription-based shit, cause I'm sure a lot of people can't afford it. Speaking of which, the 8th game on my list is also free. Guild Wars 2 just got a big update, and honestly, this was my first time playing it ever. And I gotta say, it starts off strong. I made the warrior like 99.99% of the time. I guess I'm boring. Whatever, dude. Keep in mind, PvP is probably the best thing about this game. I mean, it's called Guild Wars, so that's pretty obvious, right? Let's just move on to the next one. Path of Exile 2 will be releasing in 2024, but in the meantime, the first one is still great. I mean, the graphics aged a bit, but everything else holds up pretty well. If for some reason you haven't played Path of Exile yet, then you'll most likely find it very overwhelming. And it's not just because of the motherfucking skill tree. There are so many game mechanics and elements to take into consideration that you should seriously watch a couple of guides on YouTube before you play this game. Now, usually I only include games that I played myself, but to make this video future-proof, I decided to put at number 10 Wayfinder, which is launching in early access on August 15th on PS4, PS5, and PC. A lot of people are excited for this one, and I can see why. It's fast-paced, dynamic, looks pretty damn good, and whether you're into melee or range combat, Wayfinder's got you covered. I can't wait to play it. And that's gonna be it for the best MMORPGs to play this year. Let me know if I missed some good ones. Next, we'll have the best third-person games of 2023, so stay tuned. In the meantime though, if you found this video useful, a thumbs up and a subscription would go a long way. It's been Hitman89, see you guys very soon.
For the pay stub or you'll pay up. Don't make love to the game, bruh. Fuck the game up. Change up, rearrange stuff to your greatness. Same us for the way up. Play the game, bruh.